Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of KITAKUBU BAKO. We are here with another FGO content creator, or I guess you can say he's also branching out to the Hoyoverse as well. We have Kay Caldea. How you doing, man?
Great. Thanks again for having me on. How's it going, everyone? My name's Kay. For those who don't know me, like Kita said, I am transitioning towards the Hoyoverse, but I used to be a FGO YouTuber, made lots of videos for several years. So again, thanks for having me, Kita. And this is actually the first time I'm revealing my face to everyone, so that's a nice
Oh,
treat
is it really?
because
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Oh,
never
okay.
ever revealed my face on my own channel. So guys
Oh,
tuning
okay.
into this
Awesome, awesome.
video.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is actually the first time for us to actually have a conversation like this,
Yeah,
which is I've been wanting to talk to you, for quite some time now, and I mean, you messaged me as well saying, "Oh, hey, we actually have a lot of the same hobbies." So
yeah,
I was like, "Yeah, okay, this is gonna be a fun one." So let's go ahead and just start off with content creating YouTube first,
mhm,
because that's where I'm actually more interested right now.
yeah.
So I was digging up some information on you so that I can make up these questions, and I noticed that you actually started off with figure reviews. You're
Yes.
reviewing figures and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and then you started transitioning into FGO, and
Yeah.
then got into the did you play Genshin? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Genshin
get the
Star
Hoyoverse
Rail.
stuff. Okay, the
Yeah.
Hoyoverse stuff. And then I also noticed that you also have a second channel where you do reviews of those figures.
Yeah.
No, right? Okay.
Yeah.
What basically got you into the YouTube game, and why transition from figures reviews to gotchas? I guess you can say.
Yeah. So initially, I was during college. I was huge into collecting figures.
Mm,
So we're talking about like Marvel, Star Wars,
okay.
and anime figures as well. And I really got, as you can maybe see right there, now I got into gunpla as well.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I
And
can see
yeah, I
it.
saw yours too. So a lot of things in common, like
Yeah.
we were chatting before. But initially, I thought I saw a lot of figure reviewers. One huge gunpla, I think I forgot his name, Mecha
Oh,
Gatutsu.
Mecha Gaikutsu.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of his videos, and that inspired me to do unboxings and figure reviews.
Hmm.
So of course, I was using my phone. I didn't even have a stand. I think I made a cardboard stand. It was just trash
Hmm.
quality,
I mean,
but
like everyone starts from there, you know.
yeah, yeah,
You gotta
absolutely.
DIY from scratch, right?
Absolutely, So it's essentially I start with the figures because I thought, the initial plan was to be like, oh, well, maybe I could be a pretty decent figure review, and then maybe get some free merchandise from like Big Bad Toy Store, or and oh shoot, maybe get some free anime figures, review it, and then I'm gonna keep it or something.
Hmm.
That was the initial plan,
Hmm.
big dream right now. But so essentially from there, how I transitioned to gotcha games, more specifically Fate Grand Order, was I was a huge Fate fan. Obviously, I saw the Stu Dean anime, and Fate Zero and everything else.
Hmm.
I knew about Fate Grand Order before it was even released on global, because I was just curious on like servants, like the
Right.
historical figures, like Okuda, Soji, Karna and stuff. And I would read the wiki page a lot,
Hmm.
and so then the FGO came globally. I did not start my transition to FGO right away because I thought I wanted to stick with the figure reviews as my main source, or my main content.
Hmm.
But then I saw a lot of FGO YouTubers that really inspired me,
Mm.
actually. So I'm sure you recognize some of them. Musaki from Kade Guru's
Right.
high quality videos, the voice acting overall just a lot of fun. So we're
Yeah,
really fun
yeah.
reviews. Even actually, I don't know if you know this. Even yourself, you would do the reaction gotcha polls, right? And so, oh, that seems so much fun. And
Hmm.
so I kind of emulated. I got that from you as well. So huge thanks to you. And I guess what really made me transition was, I don't know, guy was pretty controversial, but for the OG FGO players, do you remember Nada Whale? I don't know if you. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I
Oh,
didn't think you're gonna bring this up.
okay.
I also have I don't want to say I had beef with him or anything like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
but like I knew something was up with
Hmm.
him,
Yeah.
and I didn't really say anything because I couldn't. I didn't have proof, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, continue. I'll tell you
Yeah.
my
So
story after.
yeah, I'm interested. But for those who don't know, he was I guess, the OG first FGO YouTuber, at least from what I'm aware of. Or
No,
was he?
he wasn't OG.
Oh, for global, for global.
He what do you call it? I think he was like one of the like 5 people that were making FGO content, but he wasn't OG. He started like I think I want to say a few months or a year later after like me and like Musaki and I can't remember who else. But yeah,
okay. I was mistaken then. I guess I was really into the content creator for FGO side of things,
Mm-hmm.
because I know I've seen your videos even before the global release. Because you play Japanese,
right.
Japanese server.
Mm-hmm.
So for not a well, I thought it was the OG global or the Western release one. But
that's what you mean. You actually might be right on that. Sorry, yeah, so, you might be right on that.
Well, anyways, going back to we very controversial with I'm sure you'll get into like maybe his giveaways or scams or whatever. But essentially how that inspired me was like, yo, this guy's reading off the wiki. That seems so simple. I could do that.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
So like obviously I was like, if you saw my earlier videos, it's me reading off the wiki, and it's like it's trash videos, guys. Don't watch it. I'm embarrassed. But it's essentially that's like, oh, if you could just create content like this and get lots of views, I'm passionate about FGO. Maybe I could make some guides and obviously slowly improve with editing, thumbnails and stuff, obviously improve and gain experience, but essentially it's a combination of a lot of FGO YouTubers that I saw, like I said, Usaki, so we're only for guides. Not well, it's the initial, I guess, first step, seeing him, how he just read from Wiki. I thought, I can't be that bad. Maybe I could do the same. But I'm curious. What's your story with like a novel?
Well, I mean, like, I first found out about him when I think someone mentioned him to me. A personal friend mentioned him to me. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know there were actually like I mean, I knew there were FGO YouTubers, but I didn't really like follow them, to be really honest. Now I follow a lot of them, but like before I didn't really care. I was like just focused on making my own videos. But then I saw his channel. I'm like, okay, this guy's basically just like you said, reading off the wiki page like everyone literally. But at the end I'm like, this guy's giving away stuff. There's no way, especially how small of a YouTube channel he is. I mean, he barely had any. I mean, I don't want to say barely had any subscribers, but like, it wasn't to the point where like, hey, I can afford all of this, So I was like, okay, for sure. Like, I knew for sure he was lying about giving away Saint Quartz, but obviously I can't just say that bluntly because, it's just something that like I just couldn't prove. And then I found out that he was some guy that did the same thing in a different thing, and then I'm like, oh, okay, like this is him. And then I think when that got found out, I was like, yeah, I mean, I didn't say anything, but I was like, oh yeah, I was. This guy's a scammer.
You're right. I was right.
Yeah, I was right. Yeah. I knew this guy. There's something wrong with this dude. But I mean, not a well. Yeah, he was yeah.
History within the FGO.
I mean, there have been some. I don't want to say weird, but there have been some dramatic content creators in FGO. But yeah, whatever. So but yeah, not a well. I mean, I don't want to say glad he's gone or anything like that. But I mean. It would have been cool if he just didn't lie, straight up saying like, "Hey, I'm gonna give out free stuff." Like that. If he just kept writing off the wiki channel, whatever, But because he's like, "I'm gonna give out free Saint Quartz."
There's not like a lot of people get their sources from other articles or wikis and stuff. Myself, I read off the wiki. You can call me a wiki reader, sure. Like I wouldn't deny it. But yeah, like you said, not a well. It's the scam with the giveaways where he would use it as to gain a lot of his following, subscribers and stuff, and then he would never. I think it was like fake winners, or he never would give it like the gift cards or the Saint Quartz to them, or something like that. Was that?
In my understanding, he just said that he would just give it away, and I mean, he said he would select a winner. I don't think he never really revealed how he would select the winner.
Okay.
And I mean, obviously, never give it out, right? So.
But yeah, he's a dark past and like a dark figure in the horrific past of FGO content creation. But.
Yeah. But okay, but yeah, I mean, you go with FGO, and now, obviously, you go into Hoyoverse, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, You actually have quite a handful of Hoyoverse videos that are over 100K views, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
really really cool.
Mhm.
So my question here is, what do you think the difference is between FGO content
Mhm.
and making Hoyoverse content? Like, is there a difference there, or is it just because the audience is just bigger on Hoyoverse? So what is it?
So I don't think there's too much difference because at the end of the day, it's all gotcha games. You know,
Mm-hmm.
what do people really want to know about gotcha games? You know, it's like, oh, is this character worth pulling for? And as you see from my FGO, it's like, oh, should you pull this servant?
Mm-hmm.
Similar concept for Hoyoverse uh, videos that I make is for banners that are upcoming banners. It's like, oh, which character should you pull?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you played Genshin for too long, right? I remember
I stopped playing when after Klee came out.
it came out. Okay.
Yeah.
But how about like Star Rail? Do you still consistently play Star Rail?
I have it
Ish.
downloaded, but I haven't touched it in a
Oh, okay,
while.
okay, not a problem. But basically, the concept is, you know, for if you're not familiar, nowadays there'll be like four characters for each update, and that will
Oh,
kind
okay.
of, from my experience, say, oh, which of the four is takes top priority, and then you know who should take second priority, third, and then who you should
Mm.
maybe not pull for.
Uh-huh.
So that's what maybe the difference because FGO never really releases like a batch of characters. It's always single through
Right.
banners, like
Right.
new characters I meant. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, in terms of concept and everything, I try and transition. Everything's the same. It's just how good is this character? Should you pull for it? Pretty
Mm-hmm.
simple things.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like, if I'm not mistaken, like Hoyoverse usually reveal their character. Do they reveal the skills and everything beforehand too, or they just only reveal
Uh,
the character?
they reveal. No, so typically they'll reveal the skill upon the was it the no the live stream. You know, I know the live stream that they have where they announce the characters.
Uh huh.
They'll reveal some of the skill, but the character's not out yet.
Oh, okay.
Um, So typically for Hoyoverse, I think it's 2 weeks before the official update is released, and so they have a live stream basically talking about the upcoming characters,
Mm-hmm.
upcoming events, or weapons, or
I
whatever
see.
the case may be, and then they reveal some of the skill.
Mm-hmm.
And then throughout the week, they'll release, I guess, posts on Hoyo Lab, I believe, Hoyo Lab,
Mm-hmm.
revealing the entire kit of the character.
I see. Okay. Okay. I see. But I mean, do you prefer making Hoyoverse content nowadays, or is it?
Uh, to a degree. So I've slowed down a bit. I to tell you, the truth, I haven't really touched Genshin for a while and Star Rail. I'm
Mm-hmm.
behind on the updates of both.
I see.
So it's like it was kind of hard, you know, because for these gotcha games, you gotta be really up to date with everything. So uh,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta catch up.
Got it. Like, are you planning to like solely focus on like just gotcha games nowadays, or like your review? I don't think you've uploaded in a while on your figure review channel, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
But are you planning to keep doing that, or are you planning to?
Yeah. So yeah, since you brought up my second channel, so essentially, like you mentioned, I first started off as a figurine
Mm-hmm.
reviewing channel or unboxing channel,
Mm-hmm.
and then I transitioned to gotcha. Reason being is because I don't want to split my audience,
Ah,
right?
I see. I
Because it's
see.
like not every gotcha player will buy figurines and stuff, and not
Yeah.
people. It's different genres, you know,
Yeah, no,
different categories.
I get what you mean. I remember like my channel, right? Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just would throw everything onto one channel because I was just so lazy to like
yeah.
make multiple channels. And then I ended up making multiple channels, but it's like, dude, I can't handle
You
this.
can't
Like,
keep
no,
up.
I can't keep up with this. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna make it easy on myself. Just keep one channel kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've been trying to like branch out. Like, I mean,
Mhm.
obviously, I still want to make FGO videos, but like
Yeah.
originally, I never wanted to make FGO videos, or
Okay.
that wasn't the plan, at
Okay,
least.
actually, I'm interested to hear your story. How did you got started? Because I thought you started with how I was introduced to your channel. Like I said, was when I was researching FGO before it
Right.
was released in
Yeah.
global, as far as
I
the
think
gotcha tools.
I
So
think
how
a
did you
lot of
actually start out?
yeah, I think a lot of people obviously know me as FGO, right? But
Yeah.
I originally like so when I was in college, I was into journalism, so I have like a degree and everything and all that.
Okay.
And I actually did a bunch of I actually had my own website
Okay.
called KITAKUBU where I did a bunch of like anime news and stuff like that, reviews and stuff like that. And then I ended up working for several anime publishing sites, as in like publish like news articles for them.
That's
Um,
impressive. I never knew
I
that.
did, yeah, I did that. But then like I can't. I don't want to say the name of the company.
Okay.
But they basically just they were just unorganized. The person that I was in contact with was just completely
Mhm.
unorganized,
Okay.
and I was like, I can't do this. And plus, I'm not gonna go. I don't think I'm gonna go any further if this person's gonna be the one in charge of me. So I
Yeah.
decided, you know what? Maybe I can do YouTube videos instead of these anime, like this talk about anime news and reviews and like that, because not a lot of that was not a lot of that existed at the time.
Mhm.
But then it's just, yeah, I wanted to do that, but I was just so shy on camera. I was camera shy and
Wow.
everything like that. I didn't really have the confidence to do that. And then
Mhm.
FGO obviously came out, and I was like, oh, maybe I can just start with FGO, maybe like practice with FGO, and then thus the whole FGO thing happened.
Mhm.
And I started like little by little. I started doing like whole like the Kita news, talked about anime,
Yeah.
a little bit of skits and stuff like that. So, like my channel was originally not supposed to be gotcha games or FGO
Okay.
focus,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then that's why I wanted to do something like this, like like I mean, like everyone's literally doing it, like a podcast style thing. I've
Mhm.
always wanted to talk to creators and just interview them and try to like break news, I guess you can say, in a way.
Yeah.
So that was always my passion, just like to talk about like the new information that's coming out and stuff like that. That's why I like talking about like the latest information of FGO,
Yeah.
or this gotcha game, etc. Like that. I always like talking about new things and new video
Yeah.
games and stuff like that. So
News hearing.
yeah.
Actually, I follow your Twitter. You actually a lot of I guess news and anime and even video games we got you. I actually got from your tweets or your reposts. So, oh, thank you, Kita. I didn't know
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah, that's how that's what my channel was originally supposed to be, but it just
Mm.
somehow became FGO focused. But I mean, yeah, I mean nowadays, like I've been trying to, I don't want to say I've been trying to transition away from FGO, but again,
Yeah,
I do want to do other things other than
you want it to
FGO.
be the main focus, and I can relate,
Yeah,
right? Like you don't want FGO to be
yeah,
like the only thing. And
yeah.
actually, I'm curious now. I always like to ask, like, so for me, transition from FGO to the Hoyoverse stuff, was tough at first. I
Hmm.
mean, still tough. It is still tough, actually. Um, so I'm just curious, how do you handle like diversifying your content because that's always a struggle for even like
Oh, it's hard.
other guys. Yeah.
It's hard. Like I mean, especially like, again, like if you're known to be doing this type of content, again, for
Mm,
again FGO,
mm,
obviously people want to watch you for that.
yeah. Yeah.
So for like to transition to something like, for example, like talking about the latest anime news or talking
Mm,
about a different gotcha game, it's always a little hard because like you're trying to, I mean, you do your best to make a video out of it, and then it's not getting views. So you're like, do I really
yeah.
want to do this, and stuff like
You
that.
get discouraged. Yeah, I
You
know.
get
Totally.
discouraged. So it's like, I mean, obviously, a lot of my other content that's not FGO, they're not doing as great as FGO, but
Hmm.
it's just like you just have to have the passion for it, honestly.
Yeah.
And then thankfully, I have that passion to talk about the latest news, what's going
Yeah.
on. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just how, that's again how my channel was supposed to be like. But
Hmm.
are you just planning to stick with gotcha games for now, or
Oh yeah. So for this channel at least, oh yeah, we kind of sidetracked it a bit,
yeah?
but yes, for the K Caldea, it was actually it's funny. I changed my name from K Collections to K
Oh,
Caldea.
I was gonna say, I was gonna ask you that, like,
Okay.
why change it to Caldea?
So originally, this is when Genshin came out, and
Hmm.
I wasn't doing so well with Genshin videos, so I wanted to create a different channel for like Genshin Impact.
Oh, so like FGO
Yeah,
channel
yeah,
again? Oh, okay, okay, okay.
yeah, yeah. Originally, that was the original plan. That's why Caldea, for this channel will be strictly FGO,
Uh huh.
and then I'll create another channel for Genshin Impact. And then obviously my figure unboxing channel, I think it was like K Unboxings or something.
Right.
The reason why, because I still like to buy figures, but again, I didn't want to post it on my main channel because the audience is different,
Hmm.
and I had more success with the gotcha games, and so I created a second channel for strictly figures. But going back to why I changed my name, yes, KITAKUBU was originally supposed to be only FGO. I was
Mm-hmm.
supposed to make a channel for like Genshin Impact and maybe other gacha games, but then I was lazy. I was like managing two accounts. It's not
Yeah.
easy. Oh my goodness.
It's not
So
easy, man.
yeah, and so I just thought, hey, these both are gacha games. My thought process was, Genshin is bigger, has a wider audience than FGO. Maybe I could stick Genshin Impact videos into my main channel, and hopefully it does well. That was my thought process, and it worked out okay.
Mm. Okay, got it. So I mean, putting YouTube aside now,
Mhm.
going into hobbies and stuff.
Yeah,
So I mean, obviously you're a Gundam fan. You're a Gunpla fan. I see some
yeah,
Gunpla over there. I think I see
yeah.
Destiny
Yeah,
and
that's actually the seat line,
C
Master
lineup.
Grade.
Okay, see that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay, yeah, yeah. I'm a huge Gunpla guy too. It's been a while since I've touched Gun. I mean, I just have a crap load of Gunpla just
as
stacked
well.
up in my
Same here.
closet. But I mean, you see the Neo Zeong behind me.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm a huge Gunpla fan too. So what? I mean, obviously Gundam fan, right? I assume.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I could say I was. I stopped on I think the Iron Bloods Orphans
Okay.
anime, so that was quite a long time ago. I actually did. I only saw the first season. I
Uh
didn't
huh.
watch the second season. I
Mm.
forgot. I think I was just busy and I just lost track of it. So anything after
Iron
Iron Blood
Bloods.
Orphans, yeah,
Okay. Which is
yeah.
not much.
Well, no, I hadn't kept track,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, I just remember that's where I stopped, and then I guess Gundam slowly fade away in terms
Mm.
of like and stuff. But I still like love building figures and everything, or not figures, the model kits.
Mm.
I
Okay.
had a backlog of those.
Right. Yeah. I mean, model kits are always fun. I mean, you don't. I mean, honestly, you don't really need to know, or you don't
Yeah,
really need to watch Gunpla or Gundam to
yeah,
get
yeah.
into Gunpla. So yeah, I mean, it's always fun. I mean, plus the customization, painting, stuff
Oh
like that. That's
yeah,
always the fun part, right?
it's therapeutic. I mean, just sitting there and just like clipping on the piece. Oh, it's I don't know, I
Yeah.
love it.
Like sometimes, like I get really scared of like kit bashing because, like I mean, it's like, dude, alright, I bought like for example, you buy let's say you buy a master grade, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then you want to kind of kit bash. It's like, dude, do I really want to kit bash this? I paid this much money for this, and then I have to get this to get this, like this part.
Yeah.
So the kit bashing is kind of scary when it comes to master grades, but like when it comes to
Mhm.
HG, I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I can kit bash
It's
whatever.
cheap. I could ruin
Yeah.
a bunch of it. Yeah.
But like,
So
but
from
I like the MG size though.
yeah,
I like.
so it's funny. I was just about to say that. So I started with obviously high grade. I think most gunpla,
Yeah.
builders start off with that.
Mhm.
Then transitioned to real grade. They had some models, but then once I transitioned to master grades, MG, that's the only line I've ever collected. So I stopped completely buying the high grade versions and just
Mhm.
collected most master grades. At least the ones I could get my hands on. There were some like I don't have the premium. I think Bandai exclusives. Those are
Mm.
too expensive.
Yeah,
But
like even those, like there's some like the premium Bandai ones. I'm like, I
yeah.
kind of want to change this, but I don't want
Oh
to
yeah.
touch it because it's premium
Oh yeah. It's all
Bandai.
so hefty in price. I
Yeah.
can't just mess with it. But how about yourself? Do you stick to one line or do you like just in general just collecting different sizes?
It depends on the I guess you can say, I don't want to say rarity, but it depends on like the gunpla, honestly.
Mm.
Like for example, like the excuse me, like for example, the Fukuoka gun, the new Gundam, the real life new Gundam in Japan. I'm not
I
sure
don't
if you
think I
know that
heard
one.
about
Oh,
that.
so you know how in Japan there's like
Yeah.
two real life Gundams, the unicorn,
Yeah.
and there is a new Gundam in Fukuoka which has like a exclusive Fukuoka color or something like that.
Okay.
And then that one they had like master HG and SD. I bought all three of them because like
Okay.
it's like that. So it really depends on the Gundam line. If it's like exclusive to like that store, then I'll
Mm.
buy all of them. But
Okay.
if it's like a specific Gundam,
Mhm.
yeah, it really depends on the Gundam or the mobile suit, honestly.
Which is your favorite? I actually, yeah. Which is your favorite? There's a lot, but which is your favorite suit?
My
Your
favorite suit,
Gundam.
ooh,
Yeah.
that's hard. That's a hard one. But honestly, I fell in love with Wing.
Wait.
Wing
Okay.
was my first Gundam ever,
Okay.
and I was always fond of. I always thought that. I mean, at the time, I thought Hero was just a really cool dude, but like now I'm like, dude,
Looking back.
he's just like some
Yeah.
fucking. But anyways, but I always liked Wing Custom, Wing Zero. I always liked that line. So I always buy, and it doesn't matter what it is, SD, HG, MG, perfect grade. I buy all that for Wing. But if it's like my favorite mobile suit of all time,
Yeah.
probably Goof.
Goose.
I like the Goof. Ron Morale is my favorite character. So yeah, Goof. Anything Goof is my favorite. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, like from my Gundam seed, the Goof Ignite, I think that's really cool. I would just change I would just change the color to something else, but yeah.
Do you customize and paint to?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Not all my kits. If I really want to change the color of my kit, then yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
But
yeah, it's funny when you mentioned Hero. Like, so I started with Gundam Wing as well, and as a kid, I used to thought Hero was the most amazing character. He also would fold his arm, looking all serious.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, I was just doing the same thing, just like standing in the corner, just folding my arm, trying to emulate Hero. But now I'm looking back, oh my god,
he's the most cringiest character ever. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, Gundam. But you said you were also a fan of the Trail series.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny. I'm just curious. What was your? You start with Sky, right? Or
yeah. So it was actually one of my first PSP games.
Okay.
Yeah. I bought the PSP. In Japan, I think a couple. I can't remember exactly, but like I got the PSP, and then I was just looking for games to play, and then the cover for Trails in the Sky, kind of looked really cool, so I ended up asking my grandpa to buy it for me, so I bought that. I get that, and I play it, and then from there I didn't know. I mean, I beat it. But I don't think I realized that it ended off at a cliffhanger at the time. Like I was, I'm obviously I was young back then, but so I didn't realize it ended up with a cliffhanger. And then I didn't realize, there were other continuation after that. So I completely forgot about it after that. And then Trails of Cold Steel 1 comes out.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, this is cool. I play it, and then I'm like, wait, I know this character. Where have I seen this character? And then I found out, oh, this is actually a series. Oh shoot!
Huge franchise.
Yeah.
Story.
Yeah. So I decided to go back and play everything again.
Got it. So it's, I don't know if you can call me a Trails fan or not, but I didn't play Sky yet. There's rumors maybe that they're going to do Overmaster.
There's this huge rumor. Yeah.
So I kind of want to wait. So I didn't play Sky. I played every other game, and it's funny enough. I was introduced by the Trails series by my sister. I think she played like Cold Steel, and I would hear her in the game room. We were like kids. It was interesting, very anime-ish storyline, power friendship, Cold Steel 1 stuff,
Yeah.
But it piqued my interest because I saw some of the characters, design, and everything, and so it was like years later I just forgot about it. But then I don't know what made me. My first Trails game was Zero.
Oh, okay.
So
the good one.
So Zero, and then from there, it's funny. I think I just started. I remember I started with Zero, and then Azure, and I played all of the Cold Steel, and then Reverie was the last one. So those are the games that I played, and that was only I think 10 months ago, 11 months. So I marathon all those games.
Oh wow, I'm actually in Reverie right now.
Okay.
I'm at the end right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. And then of course Daybreak is coming out.
Right. I'm getting ready for that. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was just funny because I would only play Trails game for like months and nothing else. Because it's a long JRPG.
Yeah, it is.
About, 60 to 100 hours if you're doing all the side quests.
Yeah.
And so that's essentially how I got into it. And now I love the franchise. And then, like we said, Daybreak is coming out. Did you play? I don't know the Japanese. Kuro no
Kiseki. I haven't touched. No, I told myself that I wouldn't touch the Japanese ones. I'll just wait for the English ones, because I mean, even if I did touch the Japanese ones, I'd still be behind, because I'm still at the time when Kudo came out, I was playing Cold Steel.
Okay.
So
got it. Yeah. So looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Lots to talk about, but so you're a referee, but you play everything else. So I'm assuming like crossbow.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the crossbow arc is my favorite. My
Well,
favorite
there you
arc.
go.
Yeah.
I agree. Azure. Whoa. Those I'm not gonna spoil, obviously we're not gonna spoil anything,
Yeah.
but for those who never played it yet, the
Mhm.
crossbow arc for me is peak. It's the best. That's what
Yeah.
got me into Cold Steel and stuff.
Yeah, crossbow arc was just so good.
Yeah.
And I mean yeah, it was still pretty long. It was like a 60, like if you don't do the side quests, like a 60, 70-hour game, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, crossbow arc is definitely my favorite. I mean, especially with the character, like I actually like the characters there.
Oh yeah.
I remember playing Trails or Sky, and I was like, there isn't really a character that I really like in Sky. I mean, like I like the characters, but it's not like I would like.
No stand out. Like
yeah, they didn't really stand out for me. I mean, Kevin was cool, but I didn't really like. I wasn't really like, dude, Kevin's the character. I wasn't like that. Yeah. But then, because crossbow arc comes out, I'm like, oh wow, I actually really like this team. This team is really cool. I really like them. Obviously, Nisha comes out. And stuff like that. So
that's Trails girl.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I still don't know who my favorite Trails waifu is. I really do. I can't pick. It's so hard to pick.
For me, ratio 100%. And then for I don't know. Yeah, the top waifu for Trails. Who could fight me on that? She's the best.
Okay. I mean, other than Trails and Gundam, FGO, Hoyo, like, are there any other franchise like you're super obsessed with by any chance?
So it's funny you mentioned. So my obsession with franchises comes in like phases. I think I mentioned I was into Marvel and DC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it comes in phases. I remember like years ago I was so obsessed with like Marvel. I think that was like the peak of like the cinematic universe, maybe. So I was so obsessed with Marvel, and then I think I transitioned to like DC, and then Star Wars, and then Fate, then Trails, Gundam. So as of right now, currently, I don't think there's anything. Oh no, not currently. I'm trying to get into the Yakuza series.
Oh, okay, cool.
Have you ever tried the?
Yeah, I'm actually. I just not just, but like I think a year or two ago, I replayed one. I replayed Kiwami, and I've been meaning to get back into it because I actually have not played 6 and on. So I know everything. I still remember the story from 1 through 5. But I haven't touched 6. I haven't touched 7 or did 8 come out already? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I haven't touched any of those yet. So I was like, you know what? Might as well just start from the beginning again and just play it. But I haven't really touched it yet.
It's crazy because all these franchises, I just got finished the trip. That traumatized me a bit, again, go playing all those games, for Trails, and now I'm hopping to Yakuza.
Okay.
And then like afterwards, I think I know you're into Xenoblade, right? There's a lot of games.
I finished Xenoblade. I finished all of it already. And then I haven't touched that one, the one on the Wii U, I think.
Oh yeah, but I think that was just like a spin-off, like
something like that, right? Yeah, that's the only Xeno I haven't touched.
Got it.
Yeah,
got it. So that's a franchise I want to get into, but yeah. So I guess currently right now is the Yakuza that I'm trying to really get into, but it's a lot of games. So
I think the only problem I had with the Xenoblade franchise is I didn't really understand the gameplay until literally like chapter like middle of the game.
Okay.
Like
you say that?
Yeah, because I played the very, very first one, right?
Yeah.
And then I've obviously played Xenogears. I played all that. I played Xenogears. Okay. I played the PS2.
Xenosaga?
Xenosaga. I played all that. But when I to get into Xenoblade, I didn't play the first one. I played Xenoblade 2 first.
Okay.
And I remember playing it and then it had the gacha system in Xenoblade 2. But the gameplay wise, I didn't understand the gameplay literally until the middle of the game. I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And then middle of the game, literally like 50% like into the game. Wait, I understand. I fully understand how to play this game now. And that's where it got fun for me.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Got
I
it.
was like, dude, this game sucks. Oh, I hate this game so much. And then
Yeah.
again, when I learned how to play, oh, this game's actually really fun. Okay,
Yeah.
that's how Xenoblade was for me.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't start with. But I assume you played one. You went back to one.
Yeah, I played two, and then one got the whole Nintendo Switch
Switch. Yeah. Yeah.
remaster, so I
Yeah.
played that, and then obviously I played three, and then yeah, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
I've been
uh,
really trying to get into Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's one thing I've never gotten to. But how's
yeah,
it for you?
I've only touched one Dragon Quest ever, and that's 7.
Okay.
So I've been really meaning to actually do a marathon on Dragon Quest. Same thing as
Mhm.
Ys. I really want to get into Ys.
Yeah.
So
It's funny you mentioned Yeast. That's not so many franchises to get into. If only we have unlimited time,
yeah.
to play all this. But yes, I know my sister is into Yeast as well, and looks very fun. And that's another franchise I really want to get into. I think you made some posts or tweets about Yeast. Did you got into any games at all, or?
So I'm planning to get in the after I beat Daybreak. I'm planning to
Yeah.
do like a Ys stream marathon. Like I just want to focus
Okay.
on Ys.
Okay. Got
Yeah, because I know the games back in the day they're not that long. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can probably do Ys 1, 2, and 3 like literally like in one stream, one go, like one playthrough,
Okay.
right? But like
Yeah.
everything after that, it's gonna take a couple days, multiple
Mm.
hours. But yeah, I think Ys is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but it's funny we're talking about a lot of JRPGs. I'm actually curious. I always ask people who are fans of JRPGs. What was your first JRPG, and what really got you into
My first
the
JRPG. My first
Yeah.
JRPG. What was it? I think I'm pretty sure it was Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger? Okay,
Yeah. My first console was the Super Nintendo,
Okay.
and yeah, it has to be Chrono Trigger. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. I don't know. Well, for me, it was. Do you know Lunar Silver? I think Silver Star Story. Do you know
Which
that
one?
game? Lunar.
I
You know
think
that
so.
game?
Lunar. What's it called? Lunar.
Uh, Yeah, Lunar Silver Star Story. I think that's his full name.
Stars. That
But
sounds
so,
familiar.
Yeah. That was my first JRPG.
Oh
Um,
yeah. I remember this. I played this.
Oh, you played? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
It's been so
Uh,
long. Wow.
yeah. No, and I was a kid. And then that was my first, and then I think Legend of Dragoon. Do you know that game? Legend of
Yeah, I know
Dragoon.
that game. That game is famous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. So those two, what is for me, anyways, what got me into JRPGs, and from there it's just a downhill rabbit hole of just
Hmm. Okay.
countless hours of
Okay.
grinding.
Got it. Like, I mean, do you play anything other than JRPG, like shooter FPSs or whatever?
I used to.
Okay.
So I guess in when I was in I think, high school or in college, that's when I kind of stopped playing JRPGs. I guess I only recently got back heavily into JRPGs,
Uh-huh.
maybe a year and a half ago, something like that, maybe 2 years.
Mhm.
But before that, Call of Duty,
Yeah.
Halo,
Mhm.
the typical games that a lot of people obviously play. Never got into sports games though. Only sports game I played was I think it was like Top Spin, which is like a tennis.
Okay.
I play tennis a lot as well, so that's it's almost sports.
Yeah, I
game.
remember you mentioning that in our
Yeah,
DMs.
yeah.
Like you're into tennis. I never really played tennis for a long time. It was like a short period of time.
Oh yeah.
Because like my friends were playing tennis and
Yeah.
they were the tennis players. So
Okay.
my dad played tennis a little bit, so I would like borrow his racket. And I
Mhm.
would go to the park and play with them, kind of thing, and they
Yeah.
would teach me how to swing and stuff. That's
Yeah.
hard. Swinging is
Yeah.
hard.
It is.
But yeah.
It's the difficult sport, A lot of people think, it's like pong, you just
Mhm.
whack it over and then it's fine. But no, it's difficult. But it's very fun. But it's the social aspect, You like I said, I play with my friends as well. Just hang out with them. It's always a good time.
Yeah, but because of that, I really got into like professional tennis, and I started watching a lot of tennis
Oh.
matches. And then, dude, tennis is super fun to watch.
Okay.
It's actually really fun. Like, I mean, I think I started really noticing that, you know what, all these sports are actually I respect all these sports now, whether it's a sport that I used to like despise. But
Yeah.
I'm like, I used to despise tennis. I'm like, who watches tennis?
Yeah,
But then
it's back forth, back
yeah,
forth.
I watch it now. I'm like, dude, tennis is actually really fun because now I'm understanding the technicality of it. Like, oh,
Mhm.
this is why they hit it over there. This is
Yeah,
why they're not or they're focusing on this direction, kind of stuff. Like
yeah,
that stuff I finally learned. So I'm
mhm,
like, okay, that's interesting. So,
yeah,
but you do
yeah,
bouldering too, right?
yeah. I bowled not as much anymore, and I was never too I guess good at it. I think like the highest I've ever put was only like V3, so very beginnerish,
Oh,
you
so
know.
they do V. Where
Yeah,
you
yeah,
guys do? Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
I assume it's the same for you, or
Same, yeah, same here. Like I know some
okay,
places are completely different. They
mhm,
use a different term, but yeah,
this one, yeah, yeah.
yeah. I haven't climbed in like a month and a half because I tore a
Ooh,
ligament in my thumb.
okay,
So because like I was doing one of the challenge routes at my gym, and then
yeah,
I heard a pop in my thumb. I was like, okay, that's not good. And then I was like, I'm still moving it. I'm like, okay, it's not broken, it's not dislocated, so I should be fine. And I go
okay,
back on and try to attempt it again. I'm like, okay, nope, my thumb hurts so much. And then
okay,
I went to go get an MRI, and then I
yeah,
found out that like I tore the ligament here. So now I'm just waiting for it to heal so I can go back climbing.
okay.
So
How's it feeling though? Is it recovering slowly
it's
or
fine now. I
okay?
can move it, but like it still kind of hurts so here and there. But yeah, I miss climbing. I want to go back climbing.
Yeah, I know you. That's more so your thing. I guess your sport.
Mhm.
Like you do consistent climbing. Do you compete or do you just not have play?
No, I don't. No.
Okay.
I am not young anymore, so I cannot compete.
Okay.
I mean, I remember watching one of the competitions at my gym, and
Yeah.
I see kids that are 12, 13, just
Oh my God! Don't even. I have
yeah. I
nightmares.
see that. I'm like, I'm looking at that. I'm like, nope.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
It's
yeah.
funny you mentioned because I see that you said it's like 11, 12-year-olds just tackling these courses. I'm like,
Yeah. I was like, dude,
how?
it's
What?
crazy. Yeah,
So
but like my next Japan, like I plan to go to Japan. Once this heals, obviously.
yeah, yeah.
But like I plan to go to Japan, and I'm planning to go check out the outdoor routes. Yeah,
Okay.
there's like apparently there's like a climbing area, like an outdoor climbing area, like 1 hour away from Tokyo, and I kind of want to go check that out. So
Yeah,
that looks pretty
absolutely.
cool. But, yeah.
So for you, I know bouldering. Do you also do, I guess, is it wall climbing or rock climbing? You know, with the straps and everything.
Oh, I did it once, but nah, I don't do that. Like it's just like I'd rather just boulder.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
it's too high.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's funny you mentioned that. And for me, like, I'm afraid of heights, so I'm like, I'll literally stuck up there. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, climbing that height is it's not a problem. It's just like I
Okay.
don't really trust the person that.
Oh, who's okay.
Because I've seen I've seen it in person. I've seen it in videos,
Oh,
and I've seen people just like hit the wall, like come down, boom, hit the wall. I'm
oh
like,
yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
I'd rather just get this torn
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
move on.
Manageable injuries.
Yeah. But okay. I mean, are you into anime and stuff like that as well, manga, etc. Or
So back then.
okay,
Now for anime, you can call me a filthy casual. So
okay,
maybe
got
I
it.
just watch the mainstream ones. Back then, I was more into it. I guess when I was in like high school and college.
Hmm.
So I graduated a while ago, so
Okay,
I'm old too. But for right now, more casual. So I only basically watch the mainstream stuff like Demon Slayer, Solo
got it.
Leveling, and so those. So you can say casual, you
Yeah.
know.
Okay, I see. All right then. Well, okay. It looks like we're going a little over the time, so I deeply apologize about that.
No, okay.
But I mean, is there anything you wanna maybe tell the audience about where they can find you and everything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, again, my channel is K Chaldea. It's just KEI, and then how you see Chaldea, and then same thing with my Twitter. Those are the only two social media that I really use.
Hmm.
My own Discord server, I found that that's like in the abyss. I'm not sure if anyone still uses it. So again, it's just Twitter and YouTube. K
Do
Chaldea,
you still
and that's
stream?
it.
I can't. I don't.
No, I stopped streaming.
Okay, got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
streaming is just it's rough sometimes.
Yeah, it's tiring. But
Yeah.
I know you do a lot, and you play a lot of video games that you like to
I
say your
recently I try to focus on gameplay now,
okay.
because like it allows me to catch up on JRPGs that I haven't touched.
Yeah,
So that's why that's why I stream online. But
yeah.
other than that, just FGO streams and stuff like that, you know.
Hmm.
But okay, cool. Again, you can follow Kay here on Twitter as well as YouTube. I'll leave all his links down below in the description
Okay.
box. So give him a sub and a follow. But once again, Kay, thank you very much for coming on. Really, really appreciate it. Hopefully, maybe we can have another conversation again. Just focused on maybe I don't know, Gundam or whatever. So that'd
Yeah,
be really
yeah.
cool.
We'll go into a deeper talk with our favorite hobbies.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely. We won't touch the surface.
Got it. I mean, do you talk with any other the other content creators or?
So I stopped. It's probably like maybe a year and a half ago. But the main content creator I mainly talk with is Musaki from
Oh, okay,
KitaKubu.
got it.
Guy is
Yeah,
amazing.
I know Musaki. Like he actually tries to branch out and talk to
Yeah,
everyone, which is really cool. I
yeah,
mean, I respect him a lot.
yeah.
Even though I made a video, kind of, talking about like what his thoughts of the current state of
Oh
FGO.
yeah, yeah. I think
I mean, we won't get into that because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
gonna be a long topic. But like,
yeah,
but I mean, I respect him a lot, and I think
yeah. Same
he's a
here.
really great dude. But okay,
Yeah,
but once again, Kay, thank you very much. Really appreciate your time.
yeah,
And if there's any other content creators you think that might be interested on to be on this series, that'd be really cool to let me know.
yeah.
But
Absolutely.
that'll be it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.